And we'd go to this diner that was just down the street. And the first day we walked in, there was 5 guys, and we walk in, and there's this incredibly beautiful, powerful, tattooed waitress. She had tattoos like up to her neck, some on her face, like down, up to, you know, all the way down her sleeves. And she looked like the kind of person that, like, if anybody ever reached out to kind of like pat her on the ass or something old school, she'd like break their arm and then beat them with it. She just looked like a total badass. So everybody, so all 5 of us were like in love with her. Like we walked in and it was like, So we sat down to eat and she came to our table and we couldn't actually speak. So like she'd be like, what do you guys want to eat? She was like the nicest. And we were like, pretty. So what we started doing is we'd point to the menu for the first couple of days. Salad. And anyway, we became friendly with her, and I stayed in love with her, and everybody else did. But I was vocal about it to everybody. I was like, oh my gosh, the waitress, powerful. And then so Mike Viola, who produced the record, is also from Boston. It was like a Boston, San Francisco hoop name. Mike Viola says to me, he's got the best accent. He goes like this, he goes, Maddie, we gotta write a song about the waitress. I said, Mike, I'm not writing a song about a woman who works 10 minutes from my house. Because if she puts a restraining order, I'm fucked. I don't want her to get weirded out, I might have to come back. He's like, but we love her. So I was like, all right, I'll write a song about what she and my imagination would do. So I removed myself. What she and my id would do if they had a weekend of like slap and tickle. Right, so I'm not even there. So even if she's slightly weirded out, it's not me. So I write this song. She used to wear this Van Halen 1984 vintage concert t-shirt. And I was like, I'm gonna write a song called Girl in the 1984 Van Halen vintage concert t-shirt. And if you can't tell, that's a shitty title. Real long, and it's got a bunch of shit that doesn't rhyme. So I decided to use my imagination, and I said she's going to be in a Kinks shirt, the band the Kinks. She looks like she's into the Kinks because the Kinks didn't take any shit. They fought all the time. They were badasses, and yet they had a soft interior. So I thought to myself, Kinks shirt, girl in the Kinks shirt. So I write the song, and I swear Mike Viola to secrecy. I say, Mike, whatever you do not tell the beautiful, powerful, tattooed waitress that I wrote a song about her because I don't want to be embarrassed and they need to come back here possibly. And he goes, it's all good, Maddie. So we're sitting in there the last day of recording, and she's like, I'm gonna really miss you guys. And Mike's like, we wrote a song about you. So that was awesome. So I didn't go back. And I was like, you know what? And then I started thinking about it. I was like, this woman looks like she listens to like Slayer and like Sepultura and like Celtic Death. That's not even a fucking band. I just made that up. But that's the kind of shit she listens to. So I said to myself, I'm safe. She's never gonna hear this song. Maybe she even forgot he said it. So I'm all set. So I got interviewed about a month and a half after this. The record comes out, and I get interviewed. And the guy from USA Today says to me, I love that song, Kinks Shirt, what's that about? So I tell him the story, he's like, haha, I'm like, haha. And then I told him the name and the address of the place. I was thinking like I'm Yelp. I'm like, you should go, it's great. So he prints this shit in USA Today. The name of the place and the address. So I'm like, okay. So I get a little bit nervous about that, and I think to myself, this woman does not look like a USA Today reader. She doesn't look like the Target demo. Maybe like, you know, I don't know, Guns and Ammo. Anarchy Monthly. But definitely not USA Today, so I'm like, I'm safe. She's not gonna know this song exists. I can go back to this place and eat. Glorious. Fast forward about a month and a half. Super fan, who I've never met, tweets me. Hey, Matt Nathanson. It's so-and-so, and I'm in San Francisco. So my record, Last of the Great Pretenders, this new record that I'm sure all of you are just dying to fucking get. Because it'll change your fucking lives, but we will talk about that later. So, it's about San Francisco. It's got a bunch of references to streets and avenues and places. So this woman says, I'm in San Francisco, and I'm using your lyrics as a map. So I'm going to all the places you talk about. So I'm like, oh, that's kind of flattering and spooky. But I said, that's neat. So then about 2 hours later, I get another tweet from her. She's like, look, I'm at Crissy Field. And it's a picture of her at Crissy Field. Look, I'm at 9th and Irving. These are coming in all day, so I check every once in a while. So towards the end of the day, I'm like, I wonder if she's close to my house. This is scary. She's gonna be like, look where I am, your front door. Ah! Sticks her face in. So I'm like, oh, please, God, please. So I flip through Twitter, and there's an entry, and she says, look who I found. And I have this moment of like, and like slow motion car accident. I'm like pushing the button like, oh. And it opens up, and this woman's in a picture like this. And she has her arm around the waitress, man, who's like this. So this is a song about a woman who I don't really know, who probably thinks I want to like wear her skin, or put her in a well and tuck my penis in and be like, it gets the hose. It doesn't put the lotion in the basket, it gets the hose. So needless to say, this is my, I dedicate this to her, and I hope there's no lawsuit stuff.